Everyone. All right. I'm just going to let LinkedIn get connected here and then we'll go ahead and get started today. All right. So, like I said before, yesterday, I'll be going live every morning around 6 a.m. Going to be diving into marketing information, marketing content that will help bring benefit to individuals in that arena. And yeah, just wanting to be a blessing, wanting to give entrepreneurs a a strategy that can help them to go further faster. That's the goal with these with these lives. Just check something really quickly and now get started with today's lesson. Okay. All right. All right. Well, not seeing as many come on. I'm sure eventually we'll get to that point. We'll get some live people in, but I get it. It's really early, and if you do come on later, please leave a comment in the stream. Uh, this is uh, this is meant to be helpful for people who are in the entrepreneurial space and they need some help in terms of strategy. But let's go ahead and get started with the lesson today. The lesson we're going to be going through is the number one reason people aren't buying from you. And the reason why I want to um, dive into this is because I think it's really important for entrepreneurs, and not just entrepreneurs, because it could look different. I work with a lot of churches, and you can easily put this title and make this title the number one reason people aren't joining your church, right? Or anything that you're trying to accomplish as an entrepreneur. Um, this is this is something that will be relevant to whatever it is that you are doing. But it's really important that we that we figure out, like, why is it that I'm not able to get the traction that I'm looking for, or why is it that I'm not able to I haven't accomplished, because there are some people who have been in their space for a while and they're still not seeing the same traction, the traction that they would want to. And what I want to do is kind of give some reasoning as to why. So just a little bit about me. I am the founder of Next Level Media Marketing. I am also the a I've worked with hundreds of clients, helping them with their messaging, with their marketing, to helping them to get results that they're looking for. I've worked with many different organizations, helping them with strategy and things, and helping them get to the next level. And I'm also a Story Brand certified guide, so I have a background in terms of developing messaging that converts, that connects, and I believe that that could be helpful for anybody who is looking to really go to the next level with their marketing. So let's get into the real the reality. There is a frustration that comes with having a low volume of sales, right? The Whether it is you having whether it is you having your ads, social media, emails, like I'm not talking to people who just aren't really putting the work in, but you're putting the work in. You're creating content, you're creating ads, you're doing emails, but it's still not connecting, right? There's a low level of conversion, there's a low level of people actually resonating with your ads and with the things that you're trying to accomplish. You're doing everything that you can. What I'm trying to let you know and let everybody know is a lot of times the problem isn't so much your product. It's not the thing that you're selling, but it's rather the messaging that you're putting out there. And this is sort of a theme with all of my lives, because there is um, the the thing that I come across usually when I am looking to help people who are in that are doing marketing and doing things and trying to grow. They have a good product. It's just the messaging needs to be tweaked. So let's get into why marketing fails to convert. Why is it that marketing? So you're telling us, you know, that our messaging isn't clear. Why isn't it clear? Okay, I'll share that with you. Number one, weak headlines. The headline, like as soon as you, and I'm specifically dealing with the website. As soon as you go into the website, that is probably like as soon as you pop the as soon as you like get onto a certain website, that first section of the website is the most important piece of collateral on that website, because that's the first thing that people see. And if they're not fully convinced that your product is going to help them solve their problem, a lot of times they'll jump off. It's very important that you have a clear headline that actually gives them inspiration for what it is that you want them to accomplish. Um, Number two, confusing offers. I say this a lot. This is really important, but if you confuse, you lose in marketing. If you confuse, you lose. I actually am currently working with a global organization that is based out of Dubai, and I went in there and I did my first onboarding meeting with him, and I could tell you it's a global sort of a nonprofit organization, and it took us two or three meetings just to get clear on what it was that they were trying to offer. So that's the so and I mentioned to him, I'm like, if if we can't get to like a real consensus on what it is that you're offering, there's no way people are going to want to actually join this movement or join this nonprofit. There's just no way. So we want to get rid of confusing offers. We want to make sure that we're clear. And the problem I find with a lot of entrepreneurs is you want to be clever before you're clear. You want to be clever before you're clear, and that is where it's just going to create a lot of problems, because you cannot out clever your clarity where people are not going to like where people just simply don't know what it is that you're doing. So that's really important. Third reason, there's no clear call to action. Like, what exactly is it that you want me to do? Right? what exactly is it that you want me to do? Um, there's no clear like call to action, and if you have more than one call to actions, like if you have three or four, oh, forget about it. Sometimes you have so many different call to actions that you end up losing people because they're like, I don't really know which one to choose. You have to limit people's choices when it comes to um, what it is that you're trying to get them to do. So yeah, you definitely want to have a clear call to action, and then this is one of the biggest ones. The whole storyline focuses on you, and this is a big part of what I mentioned over and over again when I'm meeting with business leaders, when I'm meeting with people, is you are not the hero. You are not the hero. You are the guide that leads the hero to their solution. The hero is your customer. So you have to make it about them and not you. You have to. People don't care about the things that you've accomplished. People don't care about what you have, how great you are. They don't. They want you to help them solve a problem. And again, this is something that I think is going to be really beneficial for entrepreneurs if you keep this in mind whenever you're putting collateral together. The first question you should ask yourself is, what problem would my ideal client be in, or whatever it is that I'm selling would be a no-brainer, and start with that and build collateral around that. Speak to that, because when you identify the problem that they're dealing with, that's the number one reason why people buy anything, is because they have a problem. If I'm hungry, I am I will go and purchase some food. Why? Because that's a problem that I'm trying to get solved. So I'll figure out what it is that who can help me solve that problem, right? Um, et cetera, et cetera. There's so many different examples, but you have to get out of yourself and focus on your customer. Like the customer doesn't care that that you need to sell, or else you're not going to be able to pay your rent. The customer doesn't care. Like they want to know, is what you're selling going to actually solve my problem? So you have to make sure that the headline is clear, that your offer is clear, that your call to action is clear, and that you're not focused on yourself. If you can do those four things, it's gonna make a lot of difference in terms of the people that you are trying to reach. All right, let's move on. So again, some common marketing mistakes: a vague versus a compelling headline. So a vague could be again, a vague could focus on yourself, right? Like we are the top performing plumbing company, right? Um or whatever. You can put so many different industries in that space. A compelling What I would say is a compelling headline is something that focuses on the what transformation takes place after they start working with you. So like an example could be lead the pack. Like if you I remember when I was getting trained as a storyman certified guide, um, we worked on these like electric bike. We used a fictitious electric bike company, and the headline that this fictitious company used was "Lead the Pack," right? So it gives and there's like a picture of this bike in the sun, just driving, like just there's like this inspirational picture that shows that. That is an example of a good headline because it shows the transformation that takes place after that particular person works with you. And that's what you want to be able to articulate. You want to be able to articulate um, um what it is that they're going to experience by purchasing your product. So that's number one. Um, a confusing versus a irresistible offer, right? Confusing could be so many different things. What's an example of a confusing offer? It could be um, I can even give I can give an example from my own self, right? Like, because I've had marketing packages that I've had to gain more clarity on, right? Where I remember when I first came out with the Ideal Disciple discovery pack, I realized, wow, that's not very clear. I need to get clearer in terms of, what it is that they're going to get in a result of purchasing that. So that's so clarity sometimes does not come overnight because again, you want to be original. So like there's this fear of if I'm too simple, it's not original, it's not very compelling. You want to I'm not in we want to start with simple and then move on. We want to start with clear, we want to start with simple and then from that foundation grow to be being compelling. So begin with simplicity and then we get into the cleverness and all of that. And then there's no call to action. This is another big one too. Like you have to figure out what first step you want people to take when working with you. Is it, schedule a call, download a ebook, download a PDF, um, reach out, call, just give us a call, whatever. Like you want to have a clear call to action when people first get started working with you. Okay. So here is a step by step way in how you can fix your messaging. Um, Number one, have a hook. So you want to begin any messaging, whether it's, on your website or if you're creating like a video script or anything like that, you want to have a hook that um, you can grab their attention. A caption, an email, anything like that. Like having a hook is really, really important when capturing people's attention. So a lot of times that's going to be the first thing that we want to come up with because we want to stop the scroll, so to speak, right? We want to be able to help them to stop the scroll and really grab their attention. That's going to be the first thing. The second thing is talk to their biggest pain point. Talk to their biggest pain point. People make decisions on what they're going to purchase based on the pain that they are dealing with, right? So be able to speak to that pain point. So anytime someone is dealing with that, they come to you first. So figuring out what that means. Make simple, clear, irresistible offer. Simple, clear, irresistible offer. That is what you want to do in this next phase. Like, really make something that's irresistible. Like, yeah, that's a no brainer. Of course, I want to buy that. It's a no brainer. And it's difficult to come up with, but once you do, it's a game changer because then you're no longer selling. Like they already know what they already can see it. Like it's very clear and they actually want to purchase it. And then be a guide, give a strong call to action. Like, okay, I want to buy this. What do I have to do? Here's next. So these are really the four steps that will help you to fix your messaging and go to the place you want to go. Um, so you want to really go from having a vague website with confusing copy to having a clear message and website that converts. And I'll give some examples in future lives. I'll kind of, I'm really kind of easing my way into some of these slides, but that is really what we want to go into if we want to go to the next level. Okay. So this is where I get to my call to action, sort of what I can offer. And I've mentioned this multiple times. And if you're interested in this, please let me know. In the chat when you watch this in the future. But I have a 90% off discount on my messaging pack. This is my first thing that I usually do when I start working with someone is it's called a next level messaging pack. And in that I basically can offer them I basically am able to offer a pack that helps people get clear on their message. So that includes identifying who your ideal client is, creating a brand script, tagline, and a wireframe for you that gets very, very clear on the people that you're trying to reach. So I'm offering this week only 90% off that package. So if you're interested in that, please um, let me know in the comments, and I'll definitely send that over to you. And also, if you are interested if you have any questions about this particular live stream, let me know in the comments, and I'll answer any of those for you. um, but yeah, definitely uh, glad to be able to come live and give this information. And as we go on, I'm sure we'll be able to get more traction on these lives. But yeah, let me know if you have any questions, and we'll talk soon. God bless.